So Intersloth has finally given us some information on the updates that are going to be coming to Among Us in the future. Are you interested about it? Because I am too. So without further ado, let's get into it. Yo, what is up guys, it's Full5 here back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the Among Us update that should be coming in the next couple of months that's going to greatly improve the Among Us game. And we're going to be talking about what it can contain, what it will contain, and just things I want to see in the update in general. So if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Again, doesn't hurt to subscribe, and you can always unsubscribe at any point. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. So first of all, I just want to congratulate Intersloth for finally giving us some information on this game and the future of it, because I guarantee if they didn't add any more updates and just kept the game the way it is, this game would definitely be dying in the near future. But now that we got some confirmation that updates are going to be coming to this game, and they're going to start bringing back up, the update train and actually start caring about the community again, this is good so that we can actually continue to keep playing the game and not worry about it dying anytime soon. So again, if you guys didn't know, this game came out over 2 years ago, and they had a pretty steady stream of updates. I think the last update we had though was last year with the Polaris map update, but the devs have stopped, really communicating and giving us huge updates because again, it makes sense. The player base just wasn't there. It wasn't big like it should have been. It was dying every day slowly. A lot of people were, getting out, stopped playing the game. So why continue updating game that very few people are playing? But now with this huge spike of players recently, Intersloth was shocked. They were not expecting this huge spike in players out of nowhere 2 years down the line with their game. But they are very grateful for it. They said it again. They did a Twitter post a couple of days ago saying, never give up, and how they're so thankful for all of us playing this game. That's really sweet of them. But today, they have confirmed a couple of days ago the updates that are going to be coming to this game, which is going to be guaranteeing some features, some new things, and just some fixes in general. And I'm also going to be making theories about what could come to this game and what I would like to see come to this game. So number one, let's go with the major thing that I think a lot of people care about are the servers. Now Forte, which is I'm pretty sure a team behind this game, is working very hard to figuring out the server issues, and I found this common pattern where in the morning, in the afternoon, the servers were pretty good. I would always connect to matches most of the time, but the later it got, at night, the servers became very, very crappy. And they said that they don't know why these things are happening, but it should hopefully be getting better and better. And this is taking up all the development time on their end. Now, they're also going to be supporting colorblind mode, and this is something they said that they've been putting off for way too long, and they plan on adding other identifiers for players as well as certain color-focused tasks like wires. This should also open the potential for more colors. In the past, we couldn't add more colors because it became too difficult to tell players apart. So this, is going to support colorblind. So for people that are colorblind, they're worried about connecting the wires and stuff like that. This is something they shouldn't have to worry about, hopefully. And they can also, on top of that, add more colors into this game that aren't in the game currently. They're also going to be adding a friend or account system, and this is something they also wanted to do but just haven't been able to tackle. And for the health of the game, they said they're going to be sinking their teeth and figuring it out. Now, hopefully, what I think they mean by this is that we'll hopefully at least be able to friend our friends, just add people and then be able to see when they're online and add them to invite them to a game and things like that. But I want to see this taken onto another level. So games like Fall Guys and Fortnite and a lot of other games, they have partying systems where you invite your friends just to a lobby and then queue up for a match. And this is something I very much want to see implemented into this game, because if you have 4 or 5 players or so, it's hard to queue up for a match, and 4 and 5 players isn't really enough to start a game yourself. So that's why I think this is very important, and honestly, it's just better overall. Now, the last thing that they're going to add is a new map to this game, which I think has been long awaited. Now, it is still very early in development, they said, and they just began designing the layout, but they already settled on the theme, and the next theme for the Among Us map is going to be a Henry Stickmin collection theme, or just like a Henry Stickmin theme. And you're probably like, what does that even mean? What is that? So Intersloth has actually made other games before, one of them being Henry Stickmin. They actually made multiple games of these, like kind of like as a franchise or a collection. Now, I never played it, so I don't really know what it's about, but I know it is one of their more successful games. So they're going to be making a themed map in Among Us off of that franchise or whatever, which I think is pretty cool. You know, it's cool. They're tying in both of their games, so people that play Among Us, and they know that a lot of people are playing Among Us, they'll be like, oh, what's Henry Stickmin? They'll also buy Henry Stickmin and have fun with that too. So it'll be supporting, you know, helping out both games, which is very cool. Now, these are the things they officially have confirmed for the future of Among Us. They also actually canceled Among Us 2. If you guys didn't know, Among Us 2 was scheduled to be released next year at some point, probably like in fall. And it was going to be just the same concept, but just have more content. But they decided with all these new players just hopping on Among Us, instead of going through all this trouble, they're just going to cancel Among Us 2, just scrap it out, and just continue updating the original Among Us, which I do think is a better idea overall for everybody. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now, on things that I would like to see into this game, there's actually a lot of things, but I want to break it up into just 3 things. Now, the first thing that I want to see is bigger party numbers, like just more people in a game. And I think 10 people is a very good amount, but I think there's also should be an option for 12, 15, and maybe even 20 players, because maybe the more players there is, the longer the games go out. And I feel like, you know, if there isn't like 10 people, then the game goes out very quickly and it's just not as fun. And a lot of the times you don't have a squad of 10, you might have a squad of 6 or 7, and then you'll have like the other 3 people will probably leave off the bat, or they just won't be in the Discord call or party call with you, so they'll be chatting in the chat and it just isn't as fun. So I really think that they should up the party so that the games go longer, and if you have more friends, unlike me, you can actually play with more people, which is really cool. And another thing also, what I really want to see is more roles, or just more game modes. And what I mean by that is, in other games that are similar to this, there has been more roles, and a very common and huge role has been the detective. Now, obviously, a detective in this game doesn't very fit well, because you already have the voting out mechanic in this game, and only if there wasn't a mechanic like that, then the detective would go well. Because if you guys didn't know, the detective's job is to figure out who's the killer and then kill them themselves. But if they kill the wrong person, usually they're out of the game too, as well as the innocent that was killed. So I think that would be interesting, but you don't have to do the detective. There's so many other roles that they can think of into this game just to implement it. And if they don't want to keep that, if they want to keep the way Among Us is right now, that's fine. Just make separate game modes that are more fun. Maybe do a game mode with more imposters, or maybe a game mode that's like maybe imposters versus detectives, or hide and seek where the imposter has to find you or something like that. Like, I'm just thinking things off the bat, but I know that if they put their minds to it, they can think of some very good modes, which would be really fun to this game. And if you're just sick of the standard version, something else for you to do inside the game as well. Now, the last one is going to be pretty much just quality of life and just like overall big changes that aren't necessarily going to really change the game, but just make it better. And a big thing about that is just making it available on different platforms. So right now it's available on PC, on Steam for $5, and on mobile devices for absolutely free. But you're missing out on a huge player base from the consoles. You have the Nintendo Switch, you have the PS4 and the PS5, and you also have the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X, right? And these are very much capable of handling Among Us, very much. And I know it is harder, like, you know, for tasks like connect the wires with the controller would be kind of difficult, but it's something that they could do. Maybe just like for example, the red wires, you have to click X and it would match up. For the pinks, it would be square. Stuff like that, you know, they could do. And, you know, that would just make the player base itself bigger. It would make it, you know, more connected with the community, and more people could experience this amazing game. Now, most people have phones, but a lot of people don't like looking at their phone and looking at their small devices. They like looking at something bigger, and a lot of people don't have PCs. They have just consoles. So just making it available on other consoles is a huge thing. And I know Intersloth is already thinking about this. I think they've already mentioned that they're planning on adding it, but the sooner the better. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. So if you guys liked it, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Again, it really does help me, and you guys don't want to miss out on future content. But that's going to be it. So have a great rest of the day wherever you guys are, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.